Femi and Jake giving you their bets for Major League Baseball awards. It's been a profitable endeavor for the last couple seasons. Femi, year one with us, had Judge last year and others. Jake's obviously done well over the years here with us on You Better You Bet. All right, Femi, American League Cy Young, co-favorites to begin the year, Garrett Crochet of the Red Sox, and last year's winner, Tariq Skubal of the Detroit Tigers.
Yeah, I think you're looking for pedigree with Cy Young, as with most awards. But the guy that I would look at, it's not going to be Skubal. Like, he could definitely win it, but that's not where I'd bet my money because, like, such a short price for a very volatile position in terms of durability as is. But Logan Gilbert for the Seattle Mariners, 10-1. Like, I think he's the Mariner that has emerged as, like, the most consistent guy, the guy that you can rely on. He's going to pitch a boatload of innings. He doesn't let a lot of base runners go out there, so his whip is always really, really low. Like, he's a really just steady Eddie pitcher and has big-time stuff. Gilbert at 10-1, not necessarily a bet that I'd make right now, but I do think he's going to win this award, and I'm looking to bet him at some point this season. Maybe if we drift out to like a 15-1, 20-1.
There's a couple people that I actually really like in this market, and they're all 20-1 or longer. The first being Hunter Brown. We finally saw the breakout last year. The second half, he was awesome, striking out 9, 10, 11 guys a start, going deep into these games too, finally, for the first time in his career, limiting the home runs. That's huge. I think he can pick up right where he left off from last season. I think this is a big year from him. I think Femi's onto something. I think you could just throw a dart at the Mariners rotation, and any guy that you land on isn't going to be bad, whether it's Gilbert or Castillo or Wu or Miller or Kirby. I kind of lean more towards Bryce Miller just because he's more in that 50-60 range. I liked him last year at a monster price. I like him again this year. He added a pitch in the spring. He looked good with his pitch mix and added a little bit of velo as well. So I like him a little bit more, but any of those Mariners guys you can really not go wrong with. And then an ultra long shot at 80-1, and I think there's a 100-1 out there too that I saw pop for a second. Bowden Francis of the Toronto Blue Jays, last 8 starts for him last year, sub-2 ERA, had a couple of no-hitters going to the 9th inning, barely lost them with like the last out of the game twice. So I think with him, all of his metrics grade out really, really well. If he can be consistent in his first full year as a starter, I think he's worth a flyer as well.
All right, Jake, NL Cy Young. Paul Skeens enters the season as the favorite. He is mowing right now, mowing down in his opening day start.
Yeah, he is. And I mean, granted, it is against the Marlins, which is basically the three of us in that lineup, but it's still Paul Skeens, and he's really, really good. And if I just lose to him again, so be it. I would never, ever bet this price. I'm going to keep pounding the table for this guy. Christopher Sanchez. I think he's the best pitcher in that Phillies rotation. Luzardo, miss me with that. Wheeler, okay, enjoy your third place finish in Cy Young again. Nola, never. Suarez, never. Christopher Sanchez added velo, added movement, added pitches. He's in the prime of his career, had a really good season last year. Still think the price at 20-1 is way wrong on him.
Yeah, I mean, I like the vibes of Zach Gallen. Like, I know Zach Gallen's not a guy that anyone's talking about, but he's going to be the opening day starter. I know they get the big acquisition for Corbin Burns, but Torey Lovello saying, Zach Gallen, you're my guy to start opening day. I think this is going to launch a really, really good campaign. And last year, he was pretty good. Years past, he's been great. I think he goes back to being the great guy that's going to be in contention for Cy Young, and his price has drifted out to like 30-1. This is somebody last year who was like around like 10-1, 12-1 to win National League Cy Young. So for me, I'm going long shot hunting, and I actually think Zach Gallen is a very, very live to win this award. But yes, we'll be taking shots on Skeens. Hopefully we're successful, but early on, I mean, he's a monster early on in the season.